Warning, don't turn off this DoorDash feature or your earnings will tank. How many times have you heard this as a driver from either other YouTubers or just other Dashers? Everyone has their preferred way of making money their way on DoorDash. Toggle this on, toggle this off. But what is the purpose of preferences if you can't use them? What if you can't turn off shopping or alcohol delivery anymore and you're stuck seeing those orders come in, or you have to take them to maintain a high acceptance rate for the tier levels? That sounds like a nightmare to me. How about you? What can possibly go wrong? A lot. In this video, we will go over what is happening in some markets that are not making Dashers happy with dashing preferences. How can this be a safety issue? How does this prevent you from making more money your way? And stick around, because could this come to more markets? So what has happened to preferences in certain markets? Well, DoorDash decided it was a fantastic idea to disable toggling off for shop and deliveries and alcohol delivering. I had a Dasher send this to me. She went to go sign up for the red card because she thought it would be a good idea to start making money shopping for DoorDash, and she thought, no big deal, I can toggle it off if I don't want to. Well, she received the red card and she was going to have it toggled off to begin with until she was ready. Yeah. DoorDash disabled both shopping and alcohol delivery. So now she has absolutely no choice. She will see shopping orders and she will see alcohol delivery orders. It's pretty messed up, right? Has this come to your market yet? So why are they doing this? Why is DoorDash doing this? Honestly, they don't have enough Dashers to complete in a certain market the shopping and alcohol deliveries, and DoorDash, they need to get them delivered. So they're forcing drivers to take them. So how does this affect you? Well, I'm thinking about myself, and I'm thinking I'm a platinum Dasher. I maintain a high acceptance rate. So if you're like me and you're maintaining just like I am, you have to take these orders that you actually had toggled off, and now they're toggled on because DoorDash is forcing it on you. You will see orders that aren't worth taking, like long mile orders, high item counts, and long miles. You can put whatever crappy combination in there. You're gonna see them. And also, and I'm being selfish when I think about myself, like I think of, the times of day that I have things toggled off, I have things toggled on, and this goes back to strategy. We'll talk about that in a little bit. This really sounds like a DoorDash problem, not a Dasher problem. However, in their minds, we are the solution to that problem. But we don't want to be a part of it. At least I don't want to be a part of it. DoorDash, find your own solution to get these orders delivered and keep the Dashers out of it, because we have a good thing going on. We know what works best for us, right? We know what times of day works in our market because it goes back to every market is different. DoorDash doesn't know that, but we know that. Can this be a safety issue? Well, Dashers don't do alcohol delivery for a big reason. Usually it's because of liability and also your own safety. When you think about alcohol delivery, there is a huge liability. You're responsible to ensure you're not giving it to someone who's already intoxicated. You have to ensure that the person is of the legal age and verify their ID. And if you do any of those things wrong and either get caught or something goes wrong with the delivery, you're the one that is held legally liable. So there is a big risk in doing these deliveries. So now, if you have been certified, you are now going to start seeing these deliveries any longer. And not only that, but they can be going to neighborhoods that you don't want to go to. Bad neighborhoods, liability. It could be an issue. For me, I don't mind doing alcohol delivery during the day, but as soon as my afternoon shift is done, I cut it off, and I usually toggle it off because I hate doing these types of deliveries at nighttime. I don't feel safe as a woman doing this at nighttime. How do you feel about alcohol deliveries? How does this prevent you from making money your way? Let's talk money. Well, if DoorDash is forcing drivers to take orders they don't want to take, it really messes up each dasher's method and strategy of making money. I said we would circle back around to strategy. Well, here it is. We all have our different times of day that work for us, that we toggle things on, toggle things off. I have my own method that I know that I can turn on shopping during early mornings, late mornings, but I toggle it off during busy food times, and only I know that, right? As a dasher, I would like to think that we know what's right in our own markets. I don't know what's right in your own market. You know that. But does DoorDash know that? No. By taking away these features, you're taking away our ability to make really good business decisions, to make better decisions for us in making our own money, especially when it comes to dashers with acceptance rate and maintaining high acceptance rates. There are reasons why things get toggled off at certain points of the day, because a lot of times it also isn't worth the money and the time that you spend on some of these deliveries when you could be doing food delivery and you can get them done quicker than doing some of these shops or even some of the alcohol deliveries. There's always a method to all of our madness, right? But DoorDash is taking away that ability from us. Could this madness of being locked out of toggles, could this come to more DoorDash markets? Jeez, I hope not. Please don't come to my market. You know, if DoorDash doesn't get these types of orders delivered, what do you think? You know, it all comes down to DoorDash making money at the dasher's expense. Do they really care about our safety or how we're making our money? No, they don't care. They care about their dollars and cents. They care about their orders getting delivered. Like I said, we're just a solution to one of their problems, and this is their solution. They're going to use dashers to do it. When you really think about it, DoorDash just gained complete control how dashers make their money, and it's even more control on what orders you see as a dasher. I don't like it. That's my opinion. I don't like this one single bit. Like I said, I know how I work, how my market works. DoorDash doesn't. And this just takes away more of our control in what we do as a dasher and how we make our money. Has this come to your market yet? And if it hasn't, what do you think about not being able to toggle off some of these deliveries? You know, I did a video recently about the different toggles on the dashing preferences. You're going to want to check this one out next to learn more about it.